Well, today, this is Charla's Chat solo show, and I have a book called All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, But All You Can Do Is Enough by Arthur Williams from 1988. I would love it. We're going to discuss this book just a little bit. It's going to be a short show today, and I just can't wait to engage with you. But first,
facing head-on the emotions beneath the surface as we bridge from an old world of confusion and lack to a beautiful new world of freedom, abundance, and love with straightforward truth and inspired hope is what you'll find on the Charla Anderson Show. Collector and connector of fascinating people. And everyone is fascinating. Here's your host, Charla Anderson.
well, good, beautiful day, you beautiful, beautiful souls. This is Charla Anderson, host of the Charla Anderson Show, collector and connector of fascinating people. And everyone is fascinating, especially you. Well, today, this is Charla's Chat solo show, and I have a book called All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, But All You Can Do Is Enough by Arthur Williams from 1988. I would love it. We're going to discuss this book just a little bit. It's going to be a short show today, and I just can't wait to engage with you. But first, we're going to do our 22-second mini vacation. We're going to take a breath in, breathing in calm, holding for calm for 7 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and breathe out gratitude for 11 seconds. So here we go. Breathe in some calm. Hold. Relax, release. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today, as this book, I was thinking about this book, and I went by the bookcase and I found it. I had no idea I even had it, or I hadn't remembered it in a long, long time. All you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is enough. And I went and looked up the YouTube called Art Williams' Just Do It speech. And they have a short version, a 5-minute version of this amazing speech that he did many years ago. And it's like, just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And whatever your excuses are, just do it and get punched through. And so finding the book and finding that, I actually am going to read basically the chapter titles in this book, because I really haven't even picked this thing up in years. But I wanted to take a look, because this is the deal. Sometimes it doesn't feel like enough. This is for me today. Sometimes all you can do is all you can do, and it doesn't feel like enough, right? No matter what you're doing, sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's getting you where you want to go, or it's just not the right thing. It's just not enough right now. And, we've got to strive harder. We got to strive harder and work harder and put our nose down, and the confusion out there. And there's, it feels like we're just kind of in this waiting for something else to happen, waiting for the money, or waiting for the lines. And I read to my little granddaughter the places you'll go. And one of the pages in there, the big center page is like, and the waiting place. Oh my gosh, the waiting place. We're waiting for this and that and the other and whatever, and the phone to ring and the train to come and the bus to go, whatever. And I've been feeling like there's something big that I'm waiting for, and I don't really know what that is. I like to use the word and, we're still here, we're still plugging, we're still getting through, we're still doing what we got to do. And, sometimes it doesn't feel like enough. And that was me today. I'm just had no plan. I couldn't grasp what I wanted to talk to about today. And this book showed up, and I was like, that's kind of what I've been feeling. Sometimes it doesn't feel like all we do is enough. And a couple of things from my heart about that. Back, I think it was 2013, a few years ago, I was I was given a word by 3 or 4 different people in the same time frame that, hey, you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to strive. You just need to just be, and just let things flow. And I get this, I'm like, what does that look like? What does that mean? I don't have to do anything? No, you just do. You just get in your flow and do what's next and what comes naturally. And what I've learned since then is, I'm learning a lot more about, let's say, like manifesting, right? So there's all kinds of information coming out there. And this little thing, this little phone that we have, it has every bit of information that you can have. And since the beginning of time, really, 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 we don't have a lack of information. We may have a lack of discernment. We must have discernment and try to determine if what we have in here is accurate or not. Might as well show you that cutie right there since it's screen changed. So this is just me chatting. Okay. Charla's chat. And like I said, this is, a day that I've had a little bit more trouble. In fact, I've never had this where I just couldn't come up with what I wanted to talk about. And, in this whole showtime, my name is to chat. I can talk. But today I was drawing a blank. I was like, there's something I've got to say, and I don't know what it is yet. So here I come up with this. Doesn't feel like I'm ever doing enough, right? Do you ever feel like you're spinning wheels and just not doing enough? A lot of times, I have mantras, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I live in gratitude. I'm always saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wake up in the night saying thank you. If you live in gratitude, if you can say thank you, that prayer is enough. Literally. I also have a little sticky note in my front, all is well. I say everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me, because if I continue believing that, if I continue saying that, I live in that things are working out for me, then they typically are. It's a mindset. I'm a mindset coach. I don't talk about this much, but I would like to offer. I've named my coaching called Courageous Clarity Mindset Coaching. Okay, Courageous Clarity Mindset Coaching. If you have trouble learning, watching your words or figuring out what's next, I'm here to help. Go to charlaanderson.com, find me, send a message, charla@charlaanderson.com. We discuss, have a clarity call and see what's next. I don't really say that very much, but I really need to. There's a lot of things that I'm very passionate about that I don't necessarily mention very much. One of them is ZINZINO, my amazing omega-3 oils that are totally changing because you test, you find out if you're low, and 99% of Americans are out of balance on the oils. And it causes inflammation when you have too much omega-6. So we need those omega-3s. We're going to test, not guess. And like I said, this is not planned today, all over the place, but I love that. And you can go to charlaanderson.com/ZINZINO, charlaanderson.com/ZINZINO, ZINZINO. And it's a whole bunch of good information, a lot of videos, but I encourage that. Our health is imminent, and, inflammation is out of control in our country, and it causes most diseases. So if we can get that with one little tiny, tiny shot of ZINZINO omega-3 oils every day, better than 6 cans of sardines a day, isn't it? Anyway, 3-second solution that will change your life, change my life too. So back to art and this book, All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, and All You Can Do Is Enough. He was a football player, became a very, very famous in the insurance industry, did a network marketing industry, A.L. Williams insurance program. But in his speech, I'm just going to read the chapter titles, okay? And everybody wants to be somebody. Chapter 1, everybody wants to be somebody. There's a person in this world who hasn't dreamed about being, there's not a person in this world who hasn't dreamed about being, not, oh, good grief. Not a person in this world who hasn't dreamed about being important or famous or successful. Find out how to get that Friday night feeling back in your life. Everybody wants to be somebody. You know, I think the vast majority of us have a calling that we want to make a difference. I do. Warning, failure messages ahead. Just when you're excited, pumped, and ready to change the world, watch out. Failure messages will hit you from every direction, but you can beat them. Now, he's a football coach, right? Former. So he talks in that language. Chapter 3, the secret to winning. You may already have the secret to winning inside of you, and it's not what you think. It's not what you think. That'd be a good chapter to read, right? We already have the secret, but it's not what we think. Chapter 4, warning. There's no free lunch. You're not going to believe my magic formula for winning, but inch by inch it's a cinch. I guess he's just saying step by step, right? You got to, no free lunch, just keep on plugging along. Chapter 5, become a dreamer again. If you think dreaming is kid stuff, read this chapter. Without a big dream, you're dead. You know, do you dream? What's your dream? What's your dream? Shoot me a message. What's your dream? I used to take my little bloggy camera and I had a program. I was called View Your Dreams. I don't know. Anyway, I would go to restaurants. The servers is, are you living your dream right now? Well, no. Well, what's your dream? And I would take a video. What's their dream? And it'd be 10, 30 seconds, whatever. And they would speak their dream into my camera. And I had videos. I think they got lost along the way, but it was really inspiring to me. You know, somebody said, my dream is to go to Hawaii because that's what my grandmother, you know, really, really wanted to do or wanted me to do. She had such a big dream and I want to fulfill that for her. So I think it was something along that line. And I think I need to redo that again, revive that, because what's your dream? Good conversation. Chapter 6, have a crusade. Do you stand for something? Stand for something. A crusading attitude towards your business and your life can give you that extra edge to winning. Okay. Have a crusade. Have that extra edge. This was written in 1988, and I think it's still true, don't you? Okay, chapter 7, dream big, but keep it simple. Don't major in minor things. Your business success may depend on it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't we overcomplicate stuff? Sheesh. I know I do. Or maybe overthink it. Okay, always be positive. This is my chapter. Always be up. My 4 fundamentals in this chapter will help you motivate you. Okay. When Charla, outrageously optimistic, outrageously courageous, outrageously optimistic, and bold faith, no fear. That's who I say I am, man. I am outrageously optimistic. So that one, maybe I can skip that chapter. Okay, treat people good. Chapter 9, praise is the secret to effective leadership. Let my 10 tips help you become a master motivator. Yeah, I totally believe 1,000%. And of course, Zig Ziglar, legacy certified training, Tom, Cindy, Julie, and Zig Ziglar, massive about, positive motivation instead of top-down management. Leadership is about helping people feel good and reach their dreams, right? This is probably his biggest chapter, chapter 10. Never give up. Don't quit before you give your efforts time to compound. Success may be just 30 days away. You've got to do a little bit more to win. Yeah. I believe when I say bold faith, no fear, so often I think that when you step towards the gun and you step towards and you have the complete belief that God is with you and you will win and that you are safe and you have the bold faith inside of you that you continue going and not give up. So often we give up probably just before the breakthrough. Don't give up. He says, never give up. Where is my little thing? It can. I have a sign over here. It can be done. It can be done. Okay. Sorry, this is a real sporadic show, and, maybe we won't even play it, but probably will. And you'll get to see the kind of this real kind of crazy girl today. In chapter 11, the do it principle. Talk is cheap and anybody can talk a good game, but winners go out and do something. And that's where that Art Williams just do it speech, I guarantee you'll get motivated by that speech. It's how many years old? It's really 14 years ago is when this one was posted. I'm guessing that it was probably before that. Go to YouTube, Art Williams, just do it speech. Warning. Chapter 12, warning, don't blow it. If you achieve success in your business life, but your personal and spiritual lives are the pits, what have you really accomplished? Don't blow your chance at success by ignoring this chapter. All you can do is all you can do, but what he's talking about there is balance, right? Balance in your life, balance, you neglect your health for your business, or you neglect your family for your business. It's not good balance. It won't work. It's not going to play out well for you. I really encourage good balance. Take time for self-care, which is not selfish. There are things that are selfish when you perhaps find entertainment more important than your family. I do believe, I'll just talk a little bit here about something. I do believe that the highest value that I've noticed in a lot of young people seems to be entertainment. It's probably not just young people, but entertainment. What do I watch? What do I eat? What do I play? What game do I play? And what TikTok, how many TikToks can I watch in a row? I don't know that it's always intentional, but the system is designed like that, right? The system is designed to keep us engaged. And I think that happens to me so often too. I'm going to go look on Facebook to get a messenger, and you see all the other stuff too. And next thing you know, an hour's gone by, and I'm finding that it's disturbing because it's designed to keep you on that platform and engaged. And, we've got to find tricks and tips and ways of negating that. We cannot continue on this path. I feel like it's just really, really, really dumbing us down. We've got this is what I started to say. We've got all the information in the world on this, in our palms of our hands. Nobody else ever in the history of mankind has had that, but we're not using it effectively. I don't think we're using it. I believe we are, what if we turned it off and be still and know this is a huge, huge, huge thing? You think back, how did we get all the incredible knowledge about the stars and the music and the the poetry and the beautiful intellectual philosophical conversations of old. They didn't have distractions like this. They had to think. They had to use their brain. They had to calculate. They had to communicate, belly to belly, one-on-one to one-on-one. And I believe that they could lay there and watch the stars and watch the clouds and would get downloads of information from the source of all. And we don't take time. We don't be still and know. Most of us don't take 30 seconds a day just to take that 22-second mini vacation that we do in the beginning of my show. That's a lot. I believe we can manifest much more if we be still. We listen to that still small voice inside of us, shut up the little Charla's chatter, these little monkey brain chats that keep going on and repeat everything that you already know. Those little chats, those thoughts in your head, those things that continued, they will never, ever, ever say, go out and do something different. They want to keep you safe in your past. So if you want to do something different, you're going to have to slow down, be still and know, and listen to that still quiet voice. I'm going to encourage you to do that. I'm going to encourage you to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes in the mornings before you get up or while you're drinking your coffee to just listen. Be still and know. Dream again. Dream those big dreams. So this is Charla Anderson. I'm going to shut off for the day. It's been a real sporadic. We all have days that just aren't as engaging as others, right? So thank you for your indulgence. If you listen this far, thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe to my YouTubes. Please go to charlaanderson.com/podcast to get podcast singular, to get the blog part of my podcast. I'm, really wanting to upgrade my website some, but that page has got every one of my shows on it. Please, if you want to search for one or something, click on one of the shows and there's a search bar that will come up that you can search on there. This, next week is June. It'll be in June. I can't even believe it, of 2025. And I will have Miranda Berkman. I cannot wait. She's my mentor, one of my mentors in the ZINZINO business, and she's a dynamo. We're going to have a blast. So I look forward so much to seeing you next week and every week. And I thank you so, so very much for liking and subscribing and sharing. And thank you for your indulgence this week for my less than planned talk. So I always want to end with choose joy.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. The Charla Anderson Show, encouraging you to stand strong and courageous with bold faith, no fear, immense hope, kindness, and love, especially towards yourself. Visit charlaanderson.com for replays, blogs, and more on her ever-expanding website, as well as watch her live TV show on winwinwomen.tv, Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And so that we can continue learning together and growing this community of beautiful souls, we invite you to share the Charla Anderson Show with your circle of friends. Until we meet again next week, remember always, choose joy.